Good afternoon. A father has called on the Prime Minister to take action after his teenage daughter took her own life after being targeted by online bullies. 14-year-old Hannah Smith from Lutterworth in Leicestershire died on Friday after receiving abusive messages on a social networking site. Well, Charlotte Grant is at Lutterworth High School for us now, where Hannah went to school. Charlotte, what more can you tell us?
Well, Hannah had just finished her final year here at Lutterworth High School, and the school has spoken of their deep shock and sadness at learning of Hannah's death. For Hannah's father, he says that he's described the websites that Hannah's been using as bullying websites. He says because they allow people to be anonymous. So he is now calling on David Cameron, he says, as a Prime Minister, but also as a father, to make sure that these websites are better regulated to protect vulnerable people like Hannah. His daughter, he says, was bubbly and very, very happy. They never expected anything like this. He's also given an indication of the grief that the family are going through. He says that since Hannah was found dead in her bedroom 4 days ago, and the family have been sleeping downstairs. Well, Hannah's death has had a huge response online. More than 20,000 people have written on her on a tribute Facebook page. It's led some people to say that websites should be closed down, but campaigners say that could be an overreaction.
We've seen with other social networks that have been in the spotlight recently that steps can be taken and effort can be made, and I think before anyone shuts anything down, they need to be given the opportunity to take them steps and then see where they stand after that.
Well, in response, the website have said that we're committed to ensuring that Ask FM remains a safe environment and have policies that empower users to protect themselves. Well, Hannah's family believe that that's not enough. They want better regulations to prevent something like this happening again.
Charlotte in Lutterworth, thank you. A man's been charged in connection with the death of a rambler from Leicestershire who was killed by a bull. Roger Freeman was walking with his wife in Stamford-on-Soar in November 2010 when the bull attacked them. His wife spent 3 weeks in hospital. 39-year-old Paul Waterfall has been charged with manslaughter by gross negligence. The case against a 95-year-old Scottish woman accused of causing the death of a woman from Leicester has been dropped. Alice Ross denied causing the death of Elaine Dunn from Glenfield by driving on the wrong side of the road in 2011. She will face no further legal action. Tributes have been paid to a teacher from Lincoln who died on holiday in the Dominican Republic. 36-year-old Sian Marshall Plews drowned while swimming in the Caribbean the night before she was due to fly home.
She was there on holiday and she was looking to move out there to live. I think it was Thursday last week she'd posted that she finally found a place to live. Was coming back at the weekend to get stuff to move back end of August.
7 Trent Water says they've been flooded with calls after the heavy rainfall in the Midlands in recent weeks. Bosses say 70% of those calls were for things the firm isn't responsible for, like streams overflowing or drains being blocked. They're advising anyone who's worried about flooding outside their homes to contact the Environment Agency.
The rain's affected us massively. It's been one of the busiest times that many people here can remember. To put some context on it, there's been over 100% increase in calls into here. As a result, we've had to draft in extra resources. People have been working, additional hours to try to cope with those volumes.
A campaign's been launched to stop drivers misusing the hard shoulder on motorways. In the Midlands, hundreds of vehicles a day illegally drive in the emergency lane. The police and the highways agencies say that it's putting people's lives at risk. Some of the reasons given by motorists for using the hard shoulder were that they were taking photographs of grandchildren or having a nap.
Well, sadly, we've heard all sorts of stories. Our own officers have dealt with people who were picking flowers on the motorway, who stopped to use the verge as a toilet, which is unacceptable at a number of levels, but particularly when there are a number of motorway service areas, there are junctions and other facilities that are available, and there are a variety of other excuses that we come across on a regular basis.
OK, time to take a look at the day's weather now. Here's Emma Jesson.
What's the weather like where we're going?
Sunny.
What about the long-range forecast?
Sunny.
Hello there. Well, a much drier, brighter day today than it was yesterday. Indeed, yesterday, some parts of the region had more than a third of the average monthly rainfall in just 24 hours. Herefordshire, for example, just parts of Herefordshire, 26 millimetres of rain. Now, for this afternoon, you might just see a bit more clouds, so some sunny spells, but nothing much apart from that. Feeling very pleasant with some late evening sunshine to come and then a dry overnighter, a cool one like last night. Here's Pollen.
Flybe, sponsors of ITV Central Weather.
Suffering from hay fever? ITV Pollen Count is sponsored by Benadryl.
Now, a few showers do return tomorrow and counts will moderate slightly in those showers to low, but generally counts will be moderate over the next couple of days. That's the way it's looking. Have a good afternoon. Bye-bye.
Yeah.
This Tuesday lunchtime. There are more details on our stories on our website. That's itv.com/central. Bob and Sam will be back with ITV News Central at 6. Until then, have a great day. Bye-bye.